My lovely students, I'm glad to be with you in this session. In continuation of our last session on discounts, today we are going to treat three-column cash book. We'll look at the definition, the format, and then we'll attempt a working exercise. Recall, in our previous sessions, we have dealt with one-column cash book. We equally treated two-column cash book. Today, we are treating three-column cash book. From three-column cash book, we'll go to petty cash book in a subsequent session. Now, what is three-column cash book? Or simply put, define three-column cash book. We want to look at the definition of three-column cash book. A three-column cash book is a cash book that has columns for cash, bank, and discount transactions. It helps to determine the cash, bank, and discount balances of organization in a financial year. There are organizations that accept cash, they receive check, and they also give discount to their customers who are their debtors, and equally receive discount from their suppliers who are their creditor. So today, we're going to look at how such transactions are posted in the cash book, that is, the three-column cash book. Having said that, our next learning objective is the format of three-column cash book. First, you have the heading, the name of the organization. In this case, the organization's name is ABC Ventures. That is the organization's name. Then, looking at the format now, we have the left-hand side and the right-hand side. The left-hand side is the debit side, abbreviated by DR, debit. That's debit for short in accounting. While the right-hand side is the credit side, abbreviated by CR dot. That is the short format or short form of writing a credit in accounting. Now, having said that, we now go to the main format. Now, we have the column for date, we have the column for particulars, we have the column for folio, the column for discount, cash, and bank on the debit side. So you can see this bold line demarcating the both sides. Now, on the credit side, everything here is replicated. Column for date, particulars, folio, discount for short, this is DISC for short, that's short form of discount, cash, and bank. Every transactions captured in three-column cash book are captured by the column. As a matter of fact, it is known as three-column because the column here is for discount, cash, and bank. That is where the financial transaction is recorded. Unlike the two column that has column for cash and bank only, and the one column that has column for cash or bank. So we are looking at three-column cash book. Now, having shown the format, date, the dates column, although we have treated that when we did ledger in our previous session, you see it in our previous session. The date is used to record the day or the particular month that the transaction was recorded or consummated or transacted. While the particulars gives us details of the transaction, which we shall see in the course of our class here. Then we have the folio, which is for referencing. We shall see how that works. We have another column for discount. We'll see how a student ought to or is supposed to record in discount column. We shall see that. We have the column for cash, the column for bank. This involves cash transaction, while if check is involved, we record it under bank. If it is cash transaction, it will be recorded under the cash column. But if it is check, it will be recorded under bank. If a discount is involved in it, it will come under discount column. We shall see that in the course of this session. Now, let's look at our third learning objective, talking about the working exercise. Now, in the working exercise, I want to read and I want you to follow. Enter the following transactions of Richard during the month of May 1994 in his three-column cash book. May 1, cash in hand 2,560. That is the cash in hand. Bank overdraft 9,870. In other words, his account is overdrawn by him. May 2, received from Joy a loan of 10,000 by check. You can see the essence of the columns. We shall see them in the course of our posting. May 5, withdrew cash from bank for use in the business, 25 naira. We shall see what this transaction implies as far as recording it in the 3-column cash book is concerned. May 6, paid cash to Ayo 670. We shall see how the transaction is recorded in the 3-column cash book. May 8, paid electricity bill by check 1,865. May 9, sold for cash articles 500 naira. On May 14, sent a check for 8,775 naira to Ayo in full settlement of his account for 9,000. We shall see the implication of this transaction and how it is treated. May 16, sold for cash articles 500 naira. It will be posted. May 19, sent a check to Richard 850, 5% discount. May 21, bank charges with check 550 naira. May 22, sold an office typewriter for cash 2,500 naira. May 25, paid rent by check 70 naira. May 27, withdrew 3,000 from bank for private use. May 28, purchase of goods from Biodu by check 156 naira. On the same May 28, received from Olaya check in settlement of his account 3,260 less 5% discount. We can see that we have massive transaction here, but it is very simple. I will explain the principle, and if you follow it attentively, you won't have any challenge. This working exercise is a typical question in a SSC, that's Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination, or even NECO, National Examination Council. So it is a plus if you really take time to listen attentively and to follow my posting so that there won't be any challenge, perhaps if you are given such question to attempt. Now, having seen that, let's now go to the posting. As you can see, solution. The name of the organization is Richard Ventures, 3-column cash book. Now, we have dates, particulars, folio, discount cash bank, date, particular folio, discount cash bank. So let's take the first one. Now, the year is 1994. So we come here, 1994, as you can see on the debit side, 1994, the debit and the credit under date column. Now, on May 1, cash in hand 2,560 naira. So what I'm going to do is we'll come here on the debit side, cash balance, May 1, we'll write balance because it's balance at the beginning, and in the folio we have B/F, balance brought forward. And since it is cash 2,560, we go to here, we have the naira sign, naira sign, naira sign. We go to cash column, balance cash column, we write the amount 2,560. Have you seen it? We have posted it on the debit side. Cash is an asset, so it will be on the debit side. Now, the same May 1, it also started with a bank overdraft of 9,870, which is a liability. It means that he has withdrawn his account to the tune of 9,870, and liability has credit balance, so it will appear on the credit side of the cash book. So here we have May 1, bank overdraft, we have brought forward. Under bank, we have 9,870. We can as well just write balance. Let me put it here. So this balance, just like we have here, anybody seeing it in the bank will know that it's opening bank balance. If you like, it's an option. Now, we have taken care of the first transaction, May 1. Now, let's go to the next one. As you can see clearly, May 2, we received from Joy a loan of 10,000 by check. Now, since he received, remember in accounting, which I taught in our earlier session, debit when you are receiving in account, that is the rule. Credit when you are giving out. So since he received from Joy, you debit. You debit the cash book. If he's giving, you credit. That's the rule. Fundamental rule is he receiving, you come to this side. Is he giving? That's what I'm going to do all through. There are other things that are involved, which I will unfold in the course of this session. Now, May 2, receive from Joy a loan of 10,000 naira by check. Like I said, it will be debited. So we'll come here. May 2, write our date. What was received? Loan from who? From Joy. Loan from Joy. In the folio, it will end, the corresponding entry will be found in the first ledger. So that's why I have L1. L1 implies or indicates ledger 1. It implies or indicates ledger 1. Now, we have discount, we have cash, we have bank. Hence, it is what? It was received by check. That is bank. So you go to under bank. You can't put it under cash because it was not received in cash. And no discount is involved. So it will go straight to bank. How much is involved? 9,870. So under bank, look at it. I'm posting 9,870. Have you seen it? So we have taken care of May 2, loan, Joy, ledger 1, under bank, 9,870. Haven't done that. We go to the next one. You see that we're taking one after the other. It says May 5, withdrew cash from bank for use in the business, 25 naira. Withdrew cash from bank for use in the business, 25 naira. And that is on May 5. Now, how do we deal with this transaction? How do we treat it in the 3-column cash book? Withdrew cash from bank, 25 naira for office, for use in the business, May 5. Now, there are two actions there, withdraw or he withdrew. Now, when you are withdrawing from bank, bank is giving that. Now, when bank gives that, what will he receive? He will receive cash. In other words, cash is receiving, bank is giving that. I want to explain it again. When you withdraw money from bank, the bank is giving that. True or false? True. And what is the bank giving out? The bank is giving out what? Cash, which is being received. Cash is received. So since bank is giving out, you credit bank. And since cash is receiving, you debit cash. Now, how do you treat it in the 3-column cash book? This is what I'm going to do. Very simple. 25 naira. Bank is giving that. Since bank is giving that, it will be credited on the credit side. So what do? We go to the amount column. Look at it here. Under bank, we write 25. Why? Because bank is giving that, credited. Now, cash is receiving. Cash is receiving. That's on the debit side. So what do? Under cash, you post 25 naira. Have you seen it? Cash is receiving 25, bank is giving at 25. But that is not all. The next thing we are going to look at is the folio. Hence, it is contra entry. You use C in the folio to indicate that it's a contra entry. Now both accounts are recorded in one, both sides of account are recorded in one account. Why? Here too, when you have transaction recorded, you put C. Anybody see, we know, okay, this is the contra entry of this transaction. Now, after that, hence bank, the amount has recorded in bank column. Under particulars, since it has recorded in bank column, you write cash. Why cash? Because somebody who wants to know how come money was removed or credited, or rather withdrawn from bank. It's okay, it was withdrawn as cash because you need to trace it. So, and bank is receiving 25 naira. The question is that how come this card that we receive? How did you come about the card I received? Okay, we receive it from bank. Have you seen it? So the particular text give us detail of that transaction. That this money that was given at or withdrawn from bank was by cash. and that the cash received was from bank, you can see that the case is settled. Now, having done that, the next one I'm going to look at is the date. And what is the date? The transaction took place on May 5. So in our date column, we write May 5 here. We have May 5. So with this, we have taken care of the third transaction here, 1, 2, 3 for May 5. Very simple. Take your time listening and you get it. It's very simple. Now, having said that, the next one is May 6. Paid cash to Ayo, 650. Cash is given out. So since cash is given out, you credit it. How do you credit it? You write the date, May 6, Ayo. You can put Ayo account, cash account, loan account, Joy, then bank account. You can put it A/C is account for short. So Ayo's account, you have ledger 1 here. So Ayo's account will be ledger 2. Because after ledger 1, you have ledger 2. Now, it was paid in cash. How much? 670. So let's put an naira sign. Under cash, you put 670. So if you see, 670 left cash. How come? It was paid to Ayo. Say, okay, it is very clear. You see the beauty of accounting. Say, okay, 670. Why did you credit my cash? This money left my cash book. How come? He wants to know how every movement of every naira, every kobo in his account. So, okay, it was paid to Ayo. So, okay, it is clear now. Because without that particulars, you don't know what happened to the money. So it is particular that tells you where the money is going to or where the money is being received from. Now we have done that. Now let's go to the next one. May 8. Another one again, credit. When you are receiving debit. So this will be credited now. Paid electricity by check, 1,865. May 8. So we have May 8. May 8, electricity account. That will be ledger 3. After ledger 2 is ledger 3. And it will be, since it's check, look at it, check. It will now be under bank. Under bank. So how much? 1,865. That has taken care of a transaction for May 8. Then the next one is May 9. Sold for cash, articles. Articles means product, goods. 500 naira. So since you are selling, when you sell product, what do? You receive cash. Hence, you are receiving cash. What do? You debit. Remember the rule that I stated earlier. If you are receiving debit, if you are giving a credit, that's the basic rule in accounting that every student must know. If you don't know that, that means you have not started. So, and I'm sure you are already familiar with that rule. So now, May 9, sales account. And what do we have? May 9. We have ledger 3 already. So this will be ledger 4. Then amount is 500 under cash. Under cash, 500. How did we receive 500? We receive it from sales. Ledger 4. May 14. Sent a check for 8,775 to Ayo in full settlement of his account for 9,000 naira. What has apparently transpired there is that he agreed with Ayo to pay him 8,775 naira in order to settle the 9,000 naira he was owing him. Now, that means that what he's paying is short of the amount owed. So let's get the difference. 9,000 minus 8,775. 10 here, 5. We borrow 1 here, 10. Borrow 1 from 10. This is 10 now. Borrow 1 from 10, 10. 10 minus 5, 5. This was 10 before. When we borrowed 1, we have 9. 9 minus 7, 2. This was equally 10 before. We borrowed 1 from it to add to this. So this is now 9. 9 minus 7, 2. We borrowed 1 from 9 to make this 10. So that means what we have left here is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So the difference is 225. That 225 is our discount. That's our discount. And since it was given for payment, it is discount received. He's receiving that cash discount from the person that is owing, who is his creditor. So since it's a payment made, it will be on the credit side. So how do you post it? Now we go to date column. We write May 14. May 14. Then the name of the individual that he paid is Ayo. Ayo's account or Ayo's account. Ayo's account. Then we have now if you watch, it's very important. You can see that we have transaction that has to do with Ayo, and again another transaction that has to do with Ayo. So both transactions will go to the same account, and because of that, instead of we have ledger 4. Ideally, we want to write ledger 5, but we won't. Why? Because there's already an account for Ayo represented, which is ledger 2. So what we're going to have here is we still have the same ledger 2. Why? Because it's the same account. Please take note. This is very important. So ledger 2, and the amount that was paid was in check. Therefore, to the other bank. So let's write 8775. And remember, we calculated the discount. Let me write it. Discount. Can say amount owed. Amount owed is this. Amount paid. So let's clarify it. He owed this, he paid this, so discount, give it to him. And this discount is known as what? Cash discount received. It's important we clarify it so that you understand. Received because it's receiving from the person that is owing. So under discount you have 225. So that has taken care of that transaction.